Hello and welcome to a new lecture of React Hook Form tutorial.
Today we will dive deep into
More into the validation. As we had in the ref register, we had a couple more options that we didn't go through. In the confirm password in the last video, we went through a new option, a little bit of a trick that is validate. Validate is something that allows you to add a function into your own code. So inside validate right here you can type a custom value like for example let's go in the username. Now I want this username to have some sort of let's see, a certain value or between different values right here. And inside of this object you can add it's an object of callback functions, so you can add multiple callback functions. But before this, I just want to add just one function, so I'm going to be like value, and I'm going to be like value. Value is the value that's coming from this input, like we discussed in the confirm password, and it's going to be like return value equal 1. Okay, this is not going to work because it's not going to be equal 1. Do you know why? Okay, because the value right here is a string. Whatever comes from React hook form, even if it's a number, is going to be a string. So you're going to have to add it like this, or you can just be like parse int value is going to be equal 20. But this is not valid for 12. Sorry, this is not valid for username. I mean, this is not a good validation for username, right? So let's just logically, I mean, so I'm just going to be like equal John Reese, maybe setValueAs series a lot. Okay, alright, so now otherwise, and right here this is our error message. Wrong name. Try again. Now, I don't really know what would make you validate for something like this in your front end. Maybe there's business logic somehow, somewhat, that you would need. So it's more valuable than this in different ways. You will see. So right here now, if you go and you type AML again, and you move, okay, no error. Alright, yeah, I need to reload the page. Okay, AML again, and move, and as you can see, there you go. So now I'm going to be typing John and Reese. Okay, yeah, that's nice somehow. I mean, you can do a lot of it with it, to be honest. You can check if some number is maybe a lot, like right here now. Let's do more than one. So I'm gonna be like validating. Now I'm going to be using more than one. So positive is the name of the function, and you're gonna be like value greater than 0, otherwise age, the message is a string, age can't be less than 0. I mean, logical, right? Don't you say? Okay, now let's see which error is going to kick in, the main or the validate. So right here I'm going to be typing 14, 13. Oh yeah, I need to leave this image. 13 is correct, so 12. Okay, age shouldn't be less than 13. Great, because this is a valid number. Now, you know I didn't know, because to it, this is a string. So this string is not going to be compared to this. This is not going to compare right. So now I'm going to be like %, again, value, and let's see how this will work. Now right here, okay, right here 14, no, 15 is invalid, so 12 is invalid, so now I'm going to be minus 12. I'm not sure if it's reading it right or not, so let's just type 0, for example, and let's type this. Okay, alright, so maybe let's make sure it's not less than 25. It's not larger than 0. Wow. Okay, my bad. So the minimum is 13, the maximum is 0. That's not correct, don't you think? So maybe let's just make it less and make 0 again and add this. Don't you hate it when you just have a small typo like that and all your logic goes through the wall? Okay, now 0 isn't working. Now -1, and I'm going to leave, and shouldn't be less than 13. So the min here is overriding the validate, and this is because the validate only runs after the validation is over. So this validation is not correct. So right now, if you want to make sure this is true, so I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to be like not larger than 25. And now I'm going to type 26. So it's between 13 and 25. If it's larger than this, it's not going to be true. So right here, 25 is okay. Now 26 and leave, and it's okay. Wow, weird. Okay, 25 can't be less than 0. Wow, so it's working. I think I needed to reload my page or something. I'm not sure. So 26 is larger than 25. Yes, my validation is correct. Sorry, oh my god, I don't really know what's supposed to be today. Yeah, sorry about that. So yes, if it's either this value is going to be larger than 25, with this age is going to be less than 0. So now if you want it to be working as we said, between 13 and 25, this is going to be like this, and 26 should be hopefully wrong answer. As you can see, yes, 25. Okay, because it's not, there's no equal right here, so it's 24 as a maximum age. Now if we add the equal sign right here and save, okay, now 25 and leave, and it's working. Now 26 and there's an error. There you go. Okay, so I hope that you understood that validate only runs after the validation. That's why the min is going to always top that validate thing, because these two rules will do the same thing, and this comes first. So this error is not, the validation did not pass this error, so you are not going to get to this. It's like you are doing an asynchronous sort of code and you did not pass the first process, you are not going to be allowed to do the second process. Now the great thing about validate is that you can do asynchronous callbacks inside of it. Okay, let me show you. First of all, I'm going to import Axios, because to be honest, I prefer Axios to the fetch API. So npm I Axios. If you feel more comfortable with fetch, I encourage you to follow up with me using fetch instead of Axios, excuse me. And that's just it. So as you can see, I already imported right here, so I'm going to be okay, yeah, great. So I'm going to be right here right now. So let's name, let's not use it with the number, let's use it with the name again. So right here, instead of this one, I'm going to just be like this. So async compare names, and now it's an async value. So async value now is going to be, oh yeah, sorry, this part is not, it's gone now because it's just one time. Oh my god. And because now I have a name right here, it's either I have the name or so either I remove the name and like this part and just keep it like this if it's one function, or if it's multiple functions, I'm going to open an object and name each function with a separate name. I guess you understand the logic. So async, sorry, oh my god, async, yes. Wow, my spelling is growing and growing apparently. Await, I don't think we need async and await, because this is going to be well, like this. So Axios.get, and I already have an API. It's not an API. Wow, right here. Okay, that's it. Then res, and yeah, okay, so like this, return res data name equal value, or wrong names, try again. Now let's console log the name because I don't remember it and we might need it. So console.log res data with name. Let's put it right here as well. Okay, great. Maybe right here as well, because if the response gives you an error, this is going to be an error. We don't want the application to break catch. Maybe I don't think we need the catch part here, but why not? What the hell? Oh, come on, error. Yeah. Oh, for the love of God. Console that error for now, just like this. Okay, I would like you to realize this is just a simple solution, so I'm not going to be handling the errors with any different solution or whatever. So right here, right now, if I type genres, this is not gonna work. So I'm just gonna type John, and now I'm gonna leave. And okay, wow, there's something wrong. That's an error with the network. Yeah, my bad. So I think with Firebase, you need to add JSON at the end to JSON. Like this, whatever is the backend whatever is the type of data you're going to get, you just need to add the JSON right here. Now this should work supposedly, so I'm going to refresh the page, and right here I'm going to type John again, and I'm going to leave, and yeah, as you can see, this is the name that's coming from this. It's the name for pizza, and wrong names, try again. So now I'm going to try again with the right name, and I'm just going to add this, and as you can see, here you go. So it's working. As you can see, it worked 3 times. So I think you see the idea of how you can use validate. Maybe you can validate with something you have in the backend right away. It might be a good idea, it might not be. I think this is up to you to try with it. So now, as you can realize, if we are going to fill this, so 25, some number right here. Okay, my email, so just test@test.com. Well, show passwords, and just 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, show passwords, please. Yeah, okay, and just copy this, paste this. Now, I would like to show you is that when I submit, as you can see, the age is a string, even though the input type, as you can see, the receipt works and the inputs are clear. So the age is string, even though, as you can see right here, if you see the type of the age input, it's a number. So this is what React Hook Form does for us, because it takes all the data and it shows it all in one. It turns it all to a string. So what if you want it to be a number? Well, there are 2 options that React excuse me, React Hook Form provides for us. One of them is as simple as this. So right here, value as number, and you set it to true, just like that. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Right now, I'm going to go back. Okay, yeah, right here, reload the page. Okay, so 126. Oh yeah, it needs to be the same name. So deluxe feast. Well, thank God I have it right here. Okay, so 26 cannot be greater than 25. I need to change this. So let's change it. I think we have a couple of errors here. So greater than 25, and I think with the password, yeah, I think we have it's 5, not 8 anymore. So 5. Now we have a better validation, not better, just the same, with clear outputs to the user. So yeah, Ahmed is not gonna work. So deluxe feast 25. Phone number is just any number right now. Okay, oh my god, what am I doing? Okay, the email, I'm just going to be test phone. Password, show password, just because, you know. Okay, yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there you go. Now, as you can see, it became a number, which has, you know, you might need this data to just calculate them, like you're going to need the age as a number because you're going to calculate some mathematical calculations with it. You might have an input field that takes numbers that you're going to do mathematical calculations, maybe on the fly. So maybe right after that, maybe with different processes. There are way too many things with that, don't you think? Okay, now moving to the next way of doing this. It's a function. It's a function that you can play with. It's not just limited. So let me go again to the age. Yeah. Okay, apparently too much age word. Okay. So right here, I'm going to comment this out, and I'm going to set value as. and it takes a value and just returns parse int value. Now, yeah, this is gonna give you an error. Okay, now, okay, fingers crossed it's going to give us the same result. So again, I'm going to be filling this fast. So yeah, this is not gonna work. Oh my god, I copied it. Okay. 25, okay, test, okay, that doesn't matter. It's kaboom because the word is about to end apparently. I don't really know what I typed in the password. Okay, now. Right, submit, and yeah, it's a number, as you can see. Now the beauty is, with set value, you can set it to a different thing, like, okay, let's try it right here. Now, there's one thing I want to clarify. Now, I'm going to be like parse into value and, yeah, plus 1. So now this should return 26 instead of 25. Now, let's see which is going to return, if it's going to be 25 or 26. So I'm going to type this. So yeah, I don't really remember what is it. So again, now if you realize it's run more than one time, so this might not be great for your performance, so I think you should pay attention to this. Let's keep it 25 again. Okay, yeah, well, I don't really know why does this show up, but maybe I clicked at something and realized no. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Oh yeah. And as you can see, it's now 26. So I think you realize it now that once we comment this out, or if we have both of them running, that this one is going to be omitted. Like setValueAs is going to be omitted if value as number is true. So right now I think we have seen what we can do is validate with set value right here in the age, setValueAs, value as true. Now I think this one is going to be omitted, and you know why. And validate. Now I'm just going to do one last thing, and this is a date, because there is one more thing that's similar to this value as number. So I'm just going to copy this. Yeah, just because I have too many styles and too many lines here. Now I'm just gonna be like date and dates, and I think you guessed it. So date, just copy this, make it okay, make it capital. Date. Yeah, I could have done it faster, but that's alright. Now, the whole validation right now is not right. Okay, so yeah, date is required. Now, the minimum and the maximum and all of this, I don't really know how you do pick it, because the type is going to be date. So now this validation is not what I need here, so I'm going to get rid of this min. I'm gonna keep the required. I'm going to make yeah, I'm going to use value as a date. This is another option. This turns the value that I'm going to be getting from handle submit into a date instead of a string. Okay, so yeah, set value as, I'm not going to need this. It's going to be ignored, by the way, so I'm just going to comment it right now. And yeah, the validate is going to be a little bit different. So so I'm going to take this away. Now I'm going to be like, let's name it future date. Okay, takes the value now. Okay, it returns. All right. Yeah, I can just keep it in one line. Oh yeah. Okay, so let me just get this under like this. Okay, so I'm going to be like value dot get time equal new date dot get time, or now the error message we are going to be getting is event can be from past. Okay, let's save. So I think this is not going to work because these are not too valid. This is not valid. So now what I'm going to do is oh my god, no this. So yeah, I am going to cut this part. Now I'm going to be like new date, and I'm just going to pass the value to it like this is equal. So now if they are equal to each other, this is not right, because we want it to be more like if it is above of it, otherwise it's going to be a past event. So I think this is a right validation now, so let's see this. So now, So let's see this now. So yeah, I'm going to just reload the page. And yeah, as you can see, there are a lot of inputs that you have to type every time, so I don't like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using the default values, and right now I'm going to just be using them right here. So export const default values. You can just type it inside of the function, inside of the component. I prefer to use my utils in a different place, just because I don't want it to be filled to scoot. I mean, it's already filled to scoot, to be honest. So deluxe fees, because this is the one coming from the API. I'm going to be changing this API before I'm going to push it to the GitHub to a different one. Now, what else? Yeah, the age 25. This is a number. The phone. Now this is not a number. This is a string. So 1, 2, boom, 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 kaboom. Just make it a little bit longer. Yeah, this is supposedly enough. Okay, I don't really know. Alright, so email, this is going to be a different string. Test.com. Password, this is going to be 1, 2, boom, boom, kaboom. Just the strongest password in the world, as you can see right here. Have I said that before? I hope I did. It's one of my favorite bad jokes. Okay, I hope I'm not forgetting anything, and I'm not going to add a default date. We are going to come back to this later, because I think it's gonna need some work. So for now, let's see. Yeah, nothing happens because it doesn't know where does this exist. So excuse me. So I am just going to, yeah. Where's my right here, and default values is going to be default values. And yeah, as you can see, my editor is telling me that existence the source utils helper, so I'm gonna put this, and there you go. Now hopefully it's going to work, so I'm gonna freeze the page, and as you can see, refilled, easy, and we can just use it or change it. So I'm going to change this to 24/3, and I would like you to remember that I changed this. Now let's pick a date that's old, so right here. Now let's leave, and nice, I guess we get our validation. Now let's pick a date. We are in 23 of April, so maybe 28, and yeah, there you go, it's working. Now what I would like you to notice is that I have entered another validation, and this is yeah, right here, value as date. It's like value as number. In value as number, it returns the input as a number, not a string, and right here it's going to return it as date. So I'm going to show you with and without. So right now, submit, and as you can see, the age is 23. Now the receipt, because we have default values, is going to return it to the default values and not clear the form totally. And by default, the default values is 25. Of course, if you want to clear the form totally, you can use use state hook, connect that use state hook to the default values, and from it you can just clear the use state hook, and the default values supposedly should be clear as well. We are going to look into this option, a couple more options in a different lecture. Now the date is right here, is the date. It's in a form of a date, not in a form of a string. Now without this value is true, let's just comment this out. Let me take this out, let's take all this out as well. And yeah, okay, so right here I'm going to be choosing this, and yeah, it's still right, the validation is done, this is not related. Now okay, confirm, and as you can see, it's just a string, the same string that's coming from this one. Okay, so now let's get back to making it the default value. Okay, so as I said, to get in the default value for the day is going to be a little bit complicated. It's not that complicated, but I want to set it dynamically. I don't want to set a single date, and you know, this date gets too old, because we're in our validation. We want the user to start picking dates from tomorrow. Like in our validation, today is not a valid day. Like, let me show you if I choose today and I leave. Yeah, exactly. So you want it to be a future date, so you want to start from tomorrow. Tomorrow is the very first day. You want to keep this always valid, so you're going to do it like this. I'm going to be doing it in the console, so let today is going to be equal new date, and yeah, okay. Okay, let's see what is out today. As you can see, it's like this. Okay, yeah, okay. So now I'm going to be open tomorrow, so let tomorrow is going to be new date, and I'm going to pass today into it now. Why, you ask? I don't know. Because now let's see what tomorrow is to us. It's the same as today. Now we are going to play with tomorrow. We are going to take that days that we passed to it, so it's going to be tomorrow. Set date, and in this set date we are going to be getting the date again of today, and then passing one to it. Okay, now hopefully this is going to work. Get date is not defined. Yeah, I guess I did wrong. So I'm yeah, okay. So I think it's like this. So you keep this a function and just be like tomorrow again dot get date maybe. Yeah, as you see. Okay, so now this is I added a new day to this after making it like this. It's a little bit it's complicated a little bit for me. Alright. So I think you can look at how to use the isostring and the date API in JavaScript for if you're interested to get into this in more detail of this. Now this is not done because I want like the valid is going to be like looking like this, something like this, like 4/24/2021, something like this. This is the valid thing. Okay, so how do we get this? Now how do we make tomorrow look like this? I think we have done the hard part, so I'm going to be like using the isostring. Now the isostring IP or the new additions of this JavaScript ECMA 6 is going to be saving a lot of time and saving you the hassle of using moment.js and stuff like this for some simple tasks. Now, okay, tomorrow the isostring. Now as you can see, we are getting the value we need, but there is a t and there is that because of the time, like this is the time right now in Greenwich, I guess. And now I'm going to be, because if I say that to local, I think it's going to be to local string and like this. Yeah, it's my time. So yeah, the other one is in GMT, and this is what we need. Now I want what's before the t, so I'm gonna be using split function and giving it the t character, and now I want the first part, so it's 0, 1 of an array, because it's gonna be turned into an array of 2 parts, one before this t and one after the t. Now, and there you go, voila. So now let's do this in our helper functions and utilities. Okay, so date is going to be get tomorrow. If you wonder what that is, don't, we will be creating it right now. So const get tomorrow, like this. It's a function. I like to create our functions. I don't know why it looks sexy apparently, but okay, this is weird. Alright, so now let today is going to be equal new date. Okay, let tomorrow. Oh my god, my spelling is so terrible. Wow, just wow. Yeah, I needed 1 O. So it's going to be equal new date of today. Great. Now tomorrow, let's set date. Tomorrow to get date. Last one. Now right here, get the next day. Tomorrow. Oh, I don't really know why do I double the M's. Should just double the R's. Okay. Well, this should be a little English class, but for me, huh. Now, last step is going to be return tomorrow to isostring split by t of 0. Now this date should be valid. So now I'm gonna refresh and wow, get tomorrow for initialization. Yeah, okay, I don't really know why this happens, but okay, sure. And voila, it's right here. Tomorrow's date is the first date if we open this, and yeah, now you can start from wherever you want. Okay, so I think we have covered a lot here. Actually, this is the longest video in this module. And next videos, I'm going to be validating using yep and Joy, as I said, you can also check the documentation for this. If you are not interested in validating using third-party libraries, you can skip. But I would really encourage you to watch them because I think Yep and and Joy provide a lot of great options, especially that you can use them in both your front end and your back end. So you can save a lot of time by knowing a little bit about these two libraries. I'm not going to be diving too deep into them. Okay, I guess that's enough talk. That's enough for me for today, and I hope you had fun. Thank you, and see you next lecture.